Hey guys, welcome back. My name is Ritansh and this is the fourth video tutorial of tips and tricks of Excel automation using Blue Prism. In my last video, I showed you how you can apply filter using code stage in Blue Prism. Now, let's perform a reversal of it. That is, let's try clearing out the filter within Excel. Before starting the video, guys who are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe my channel for gaining more understanding on Blue Prism and its real-time scenarios. In today's tutorial, we will learn how to write a code in code stage and remove filter from Excel. As we know that there are various times when we have to perform filter operations consecutively in Excel. That is, we have to apply filter on some column and then again remove filter and then again apply filter on some other column. This task looks easier when we perform it manually, but it becomes tedious or difficult when we have to perform the similar task within Blue Prism and we don't have any inbuilt action for that. Those who are new and who want to apply filter within Excel, you can refer my previous video where I have shown steps to apply filter using Blue Prism. And today our main focus would be to show steps on removing filter in Excel. I do understand that not everyone is a .NET coder and many of you might not be having knowledge on .NET, but don't worry guys, I'm here to help you out. We will break the code in small steps and try to understand the code. So now let's see the manual steps how we can remove the filter in Excel. I have an Excel and you can see that the filter is already applied to it. So now if I want to remove the filter, what I'll be doing, I'll be going to the data section, click on filter, and you can see that the filter has been removed. This task we will be performing using Blue Prism. So first of all, let's see how the code stage looks like. So this is the code which we will be using to remove the filter. You guys can copy the code and paste it in the code stage. I'll show you step by step how we'll be performing the action. So let's go to Blue Prism and see the code in action. So I have created a small process in which I have created an instance and I'm using the MS Excel VBO. You can see that this is for the create instance. We have this handle. Then we are opening the workbook and getting the workbook name as output. This is the variable name. And then we are showing that particular file. So let me run this particular process. And you can see that this is a file which is already having the filtered data. Now we have to remove the filter. So we'll be writing the code. Let me stop it. Let me copy this code, paste it. We'll give the name remove filter. Right click on it, view action in Object Studio. We'll right click here, click on new, and we will give the name remove filter. We'll drag and drop the code stage, go to the code stage, copy paste it. Let's try to understand the code. This code states that we will be getting the worksheet by passing the handle, workbook name and worksheet name, and all these three parameters should be dynamic. So what we'll be doing, we'll be passing all these three names from the input parameters. So let's create three stages. Handle, it's a number. Workbook name, and this will be worksheet name. So let's create these three. Now we have three different variables. And we have to pass these three in the inputs as well. Make sure that whatever name is available in the code stage, it should exactly match with the input names. So this name and the names which I mentioned in the code stage should exactly match, otherwise it will not work. Now regarding the values, we can easily fetch it from here, from the right hand side. This is a workbook name, this is a worksheet name. You can see that this name and this name can mismatch. If you want, you can give the same name as well with same lowercase and uppercase characters. That's fine. So what we are doing, we are defining a variable with the name ws, which is of object type. Okay, we are using try and catch mechanism in order to capture the exceptions. So this is a part of .NET code where we start with try. If any exception occurs within this code, that exception will be captured in this EX exception, and once a try is done, we will be using end try to close this try loop. Once we get the worksheet name by using this inbuilt function get worksheet, there's a function called autofilter mode. Okay, this autofilter mode will decide whether we have the filter applied or not. If the filter is already applied, in that case it will remove the filter. This line autofilter mode equal to false will remove the filter, and if the filter is not applied, in that case it will just skip the step and pass the value as success. Otherwise it will pass the value as false and give us the error message. So we will click on check code, and you can see that we got 3 errors, and the reason is success is not declared. And that's true because we have not defined where is the success variable. So what we'll be doing, we'll copy the name success, we'll go to output and pass the 2 parameters here, success and message. It should be flag and it should be text. So we'll be passing these 2 parameters here. Now what we'll be doing, we'll be using the decision block to identify if it was success or not. If success equal to true. If success equal to true, in that case there is no exception and we can easily move forward. But if an exception has occurred, in that case it's a system exception, and the exception reason is we got it from the message variable and the code is written. And the last thing we need to do is publish this action so that it's visible in the MS Excel VBO. So this is our code for removing the filter, and let me write this in the block stage. These are the variables. Let me save it, close this. Now we'll be just resetting the process so that our remove filter functionality is visible. Now we'll go to remove filter, and you can see that this remove filter functionality is now visible, and it is asking me 3 parameters, workbook name and worksheet name. So we'll be passing the workbook name and worksheet name. We know that the worksheet name was sheet 1. So let me put a breakpoint here and see what happens when the code passes this stage. And you can see that the sheet is in open state, and now we have to remove the filter. So let me press step over step, and you can see that the filter is removed now. Thank you guys for watching this video, and if you have any questions you can write in the comment section, and please subscribe my channel for more updates. Thank you.